food is a myth. Unhealthy food is a myth. Food can neither be good or bad. It has no moral agenda. It's just molecules waiting to be consumed. Unhealthy food, bad food, healthy food, good food, it doesn't exist. If that is super confusing, keep listening. What's up, everybody? It's Coach Julie from CrossFit Northland, and I'm the creator of IE Health, Practical Fitness and Nutrition for Average Extraordinary Humans. And this is such an important concept. The idea of healthy food or unhealthy food, it doesn't exist. Why? Because food itself is not alive. Food itself isn't alive, thus it cannot be healthy or unhealthy. I guess at one point all food was alive and maybe it had health or not health at that time, but that's down the rabbit hole. The food itself, the salad in front of me, whatever it is, it's not alive, so therefore it cannot be healthy or unhealthy. I will become healthy or unhealthy as a result of all my choices, some of them being the foods you choose, for sure, but you need to be alive to have health. So by saying oh, that's unhealthy or that's healthy, we're just making it very confusing and adding this layer of emotional value, virtue, food, holiness, it's really confusing and it gets quite messy, quite fast. And really, the foods that we choose and how we choose to eat them, it's not just, calories in, calories out, nutrients in, nutrients out. It's so much more complex than that because it ties into our social lives and our well-being and all this good stuff. Okay, so for example, let's take a food that tends to promote health in a lot of people. An apple. An apple is full of fiber and it's very nutritious and it's a piece of fruit. It's probably gonna promote health in a lot of people. And it's probably a great choice for a snack, especially if you pair it with some proteins and fats, like a hard-boiled egg or some nut butter. Perfect snack. However, for somebody who has SIBO, small intestine bacterial overgrowth, if you have SIBO, that apple and peanut butter is probably not going to be an awesome choice for you. It's probably going to cause you discomfort, gas, and bloating, and it's not great. Most people do not have SIBO, but some people do, and in that case, the apple would not be the healthiest choice. There might be something else that would be a healthier choice for that person. The food itself is not healthy. The reaction after eating the food is what causes health or dishealth. Let's take something else like fast food. Fast food is super convenient. It's everywhere. It's not poison. If we eat too much of it, we probably have some nutritional holes elsewhere in our diet, which might promote dishealth, but it's not really the fast food itself that's probably causing the dishealth, unless we're eating it in excessive amounts, which happens sometimes, but life is hard and it's cheap. That itself is a whole nother issue, that the nutritious foods come at a higher cost. But anyways, so for somebody who knows that they probably should be making more nutritious choices in their kitchen, maybe they want to pack a lunch, but they just haven't had the time to, or have been under a lot of stress, chronically eating the fast food might promote dishealth in them, sure. Nothing to get stressed about, just something to observe and practice making different choices. But on the other hand, let's take somebody else who suffered with an eating disorder or orthorexia. There are so many people out there who have had disordered eating. I think it's 75% of women have had disordered eating at some point in their life, where they've had an obsession with what they eat, and it has to be pure, it has to be good, it has to be clean, or experiencing binge or guilt when it comes to things like fast food or pleasure foods. Let's take that person. Maybe they're getting better in their recovery, they go on a road trip, and they just say, hey, let's swing through McDonald's and grab some quick lunch, because we need a lunch. The McDonald's is there, it's convenient. The ability to just eat the McDonald's, have it as your lunch, and move on with your life, that would be a huge milestone, a big stepping stone in the direction of health. In that situation, getting the lunch from McDonald's, having it be quick and easy, promoted health, because it's part of this bigger picture of how food is not just about what we eat, it's also about how we feel and how the food turns into energy within our bodies, and then that energy becomes the things that we do in our life, Being able to just grab a quick snack on a road trip because the day is about the road trip and not eating perfectly, that's a huge step towards health. So there's a lot more nuance to this. Obviously, yes, foods vary in their quality and the quantities that we should be eating them in, but it is so important that we destigmatize and kind of try to cleanse away this layer of good food, bad foodness, because the unintentional effect and the dangerous effect that has happened, I think, from this spring of diet culture is that we say, oh, this food is bad, this food is good, and then when we eat that bad food, we pass that judgment onto ourselves, and that's problematic. We don't want to do that. Of course, if we're making nutritious, delicious choices that feel good, we do want to feel good about those choices. Yes, please feel good about those choices. But unless you have super strict dietary needs, a chronic illness, or you eat a certain diet for religious or ethical reasons, there's no reason that those more pleasurable, highly palatable foods can't fit into your diet healthfully. Being able to go to the drive-thru to get a celebratory ice cream cone when like your kid scores an A on their report card, like that is health too. The ability to just be there and enjoy that special treat with that person, that's also health. So everybody is unique, and I think it's so important that we just kind of like zoom out and see how our relationship with these foods affects how we make our choices and also how we feel about our choices, and ultimately that totally affects our health. Just as importantly, if not more importantly, than the actual things that we eat. Yeah, it's wild. But it's so important to remove that layer of stigma so we can actually make good choices about like what makes us feel good in more ways than one. Yeah, thanks for watching.